Hey guys, so today I want to talk about our hundreds list. It is so important to create, they call it a hundreds list, but quite frankly, at the end of the day, you might have 500 people on that list. I have to be honest with you, I've not been very keeping up with this. And this is something that I have decided that I'm going to change for my 90-day campaign. Um, and so I want to kind of share with you how I plan on doing it to see maybe if it might be helpful for you. First of all, when you're creating a hundreds list, you put anybody and everybody on that list. I find that in my brain, I'm kind of like, they probably won't be interested, so I'll just leave them off. But no, you put anybody and everybody. If they come to your head, whether they're 99 years old, you put them down. Because at the end of the day, they might have somebody connected to them that would be interested. So you just mark anybody and everybody down. And my goal is every day to add at least 2 to 3 new people to my hundreds list. So at the end of this 90 days, my hundreds list might be looking at like 1,000. That is great because you're going to find it in your business. There might be a time that you're slow and you're like trying to find people. Well, you're going to be able to go to your hundreds list and say, oh, I spoke with them a few months ago and they were kind of interested. Let me follow back up with them. Because you think that you're going to remember everybody, but we don't. I've been guilty in like going through my Facebook messages and I'll be like, oh crap, I talked to them last month. They were kind of interested. Let me follow back up with them. Well, luckily, I caught up with them, but like if they were on a piece of paper and I'm kind of like having a day where I'm like, I need to find some customers, I could go to this piece of paper and remind myself who I've spoke with, when the last time I spoke with them, to see if they're interested in signing up at this time. So if you have not created a hundreds list, my suggestion and my hope is that you will do that by the end of the week. I want us to share a picture of our lists with everybody. So at the end, I'm working on mine right now. My hope is that in a couple of days, I'm going to be able to show you guys my hundreds list and how many people I've gotten on my list. And every day I'm just adding to that list. And this is a list that you're going to hold on to forever. You're going to edit it, but you're always going to have it because you're always going to have it to look back in. 6 months down the road, a year down the road, you're going to be able to follow back up with all these people because you've kept up with the list. So here's an example of how I might be doing it. I'm just going to put their names down here, and then I'm going to put when I last spoke with them or any little notes to the side. So you can print up an It Works hundreds list. Quite frankly, I kind of like this idea better. It's going to be something that I'm just going to be able to keep on my clipboard. And I'm just going to be able to keep going through. And then I can keep notes to the side of here. And then if they sign as an LC, I mark them off. I also make little notes in that gym. So I remember this is the lady from the gym. Or this is the lady from one of my online parties. She said she was interested. Maybe she couldn't sign up during the party. So I make a little note here to remind myself who they are. And then, most of these people are coming from Facebook, but if they don't have a contact in Facebook, maybe I would say email or whatever, just to kind of remind myself where their information is, or even include the contact information next to it. So I'm just going to keep going down and I'm just going to keep adding everybody. Everybody on my Facebook friends list that is not part of my business is going on here. Everybody that's part of my friends' Facebook are going on here. Go through there. Snoop through Facebook. Right now, I have an online party going on for somebody. She just invited 130 people. You better believe that I'm going to go through that friends list and I'm going to add them to my hundreds list. Not only am I sending them all a private message because they have an online party going on for her friend, but now they're getting added to my hundreds list. And that's how you've got to be able to think of all the ways that you can add people to your list and don't miss opportunities. When you have online parties going on, when you have a live party that you go to that a friend hosted for you, those are people that if they don't sign up as a loyal customer, you go home that night and you add them to this list. Because in a couple of months, something might change and you follow up with them and they're like, you know what? Yeah, I'm ready to have a wrap. Maybe at that time it wasn't good for them, but now it's different and they're ready. So I want us to all be diligent and starting a hundreds list and keeping up with it and adding to it and using that to build our business every day every week. For me, something else that I do is I have a whiteboard, and I like people that I know that has spoke with me and said, oh, I want to sign up on this day, or yes, I'm really, really interested. I kind of add them up here so that they're up in my face and I know keep up with them, follow up with them. But at the end of the day too, they're on my piece of paper. So let's get our 100th list down by the end of the week, and let's start using them and really stay on top of this list to help us build our business and keep up with customers. So hopefully that will help. If you have any questions, you know how to get a hold of me. Love you guys.